Welcome back to another episode of the YouTube quiz. I am your host, Mr. Sport for Life. This week the panel will not be answering any questions. Instead, we will be making playoff predictions. So first series, we're going to go with the Eastern Conference. First game we have is the Rangers versus the Senators. So take it away, panel.
For the Ottawa and New York Rangers series, I think the Rangers will prevail in this series. Coming off a strong season, they have been the dominant team. The Senators, with hardly a team, don't stand much of a chance. Off to you, Garrett.
Alright, thanks, Mal. I've got the Rangers in 5. To me, John Tortorella is a strong coach, and King Henrik Lundqvist and Ryan Callahan lead the way for this upstart team in the blue shirts. Though Ottawa is full of young players like Erik Karlsson and Milan Michalek, the New York Rangers' tough mentality, plus getting good production from guys like Carl Hagelin and Derek Stepan and Mats Zuccarello, will prove to be too much for this young upstart team led by first-year coach Paul McLean. That's why I've picked Rangers in 5. Now over to you, Jack.
I have to go with the New York Rangers prevailing over the Ottawa Senators. I think they'll do it in 5 games. And if they can win this series, I think they have to owe it to Henrik Lundqvist. He's easily the Vezina candidate this year, and I believe he will win it. With the solid forwards and the solid defense, I believe the New York Rangers will come on top over the Ottawa Senators.
And now, the second game we have is Boston versus Washington.
For the Washington and Boston series, I think the Boston Bruins will take the series easily. The defending Stanley Cup champions have been nothing but solid all season. As for the Caps, they had a struggle getting into the playoffs, so Boston is my vote in 4.
As the reigning Stanley Cup champions, the Boston Bruins slowly surge back to the second-place seed in the Eastern Conference after starting out the year with the Stanley Cup hangover. Regardless, they've still got good goaltending from goalies Tim Thomas and Tuukka Rask, and for a brief period, Marty Turco, who's not eligible to play for the playoffs. There's too many questions surrounding the Capitals at goaltender with young stalwart Brayton Holtby, and lack of team chemistry will be what sets Washington back to the Boston Bruins in 5 games. Now over to you, Jack.
I believe Boston will overtake Washington in the first round in 7 games. If Game 1 was any indication of what the series might turn out to be, I believe it has the capability to go 7. If Alex Ovechkin can keep up the pace, I think he can drag the Bruins on until the 6th game. But I think in the end, the chemistry with the Capitals will be their demise, and Boston will take it in 7.
Third matchup we have Florida Panthers versus the New Jersey Devils.
For the New Jersey and Florida series, I think the Florida Panthers will move over the Devils. The Panthers coming into the playoffs for the first time in 7 years have been just amazing. Great coaching, great leadership, and my pick. I take them in 6. Off to you, Garrett.
Along with Mal, I agree with his choice. I go with Florida in 6 games. Dale Talon, the general manager of the Panthers, has really revamped this team over the offseason, picking up Brian Campbell and Ed Jovanovski, while watching blossoming stars like Jason Garrison and Dmitry Kulikov lead the way in the back end. Not to mention, stealing goalie Jose Teodor off the free agent markets proved to be a big boost for this team led by first-year coach Kevin Dineen. Though the Devils still do have Martin Brodeur, I think this young upstart squad will skate all over the New Jersey Devils and will set Martin Brodeur off into the sunset. Over to you, Jack.
I believe New Jersey will take this series in 5 games. I don't think Florida's ready for playoff hockey quite yet. In the summer, they just signed old players to long contracts with overpaid money. Any team could have made the playoffs by doing that. So I believe the New Jersey Devils will easily take the series against the Florida Panthers.
Fourth matchup, the last matchup in the East, is Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Philadelphia Flyers.
Alright, for the Philadelphia and Pittsburgh series, I think the Flyers will sweep nonetheless. The solid play by the Philadelphia Young Stars have brought them to this level. After trading away Jeff Carter and Mike Richards, their two big assets on the team, everyone thought the whole thing was done for the Flyers. But with the shining of Braden Shen, Sean Couturier, Matt Reed, and Claude Giroux, the team has become nothing but a spectacle. Off to you, Garrett.
In the Battle of Pennsylvania, I have the Philadelphia Flyers skating over the Pittsburgh Penguins in 6 games. Yes, Crosby's come back, and yes, Malkin has all but won and wrapped up the Hart Trophy. But it's been the consistent production all year from Claude Giroux and Scott Hartnell, and not to mention the kids, Sean Couturier, Braden Shannon, and Matt Reed, that have propelled this team to where they're at. Some might say they have faced a little adversity when Captain Chris Pronger was sidelined for the remainder of the year after a shot to the face from a puck. But more so did this team find their composure and their will to get themselves to the 5 seed in the playoffs. This team will just skate over a lackluster Pittsburgh team that can't find their true selves, even with their star-studded player back in the lineup. Over to you, Jack.
Even with the first 2 game performances, I still believe the Pittsburgh Penguins will come out on top in 7 games. They will find their way back into the series led by Malkin and Neal, who performed well for them all year long. With the addition of Crosby, they will be unstoppable. They have fire under their ass right now, and they will come into Philly with a new mindset and will be able to take the series in 7.
Well, thank you for watching our Eastern Conference predictions. Please feel free to comment down below who you guys think, which teams will advance to round 2. Also, stay tuned for the next episode where the panel predicts the Western Conference of round 1.